Hi everyone, I would love to urge you all to watch Newsbeam TV. It's educative, innovative, informative and entertaining. Thank you very much.
The non-governmental organization Seven African Youth Dream Initiative (SAID) has called on Kwara State government to focus more on educational development of northern parts of the state as a matter of urgency. The organization expressed the need to collectively build a sustainable and future-ready education system in rural areas of Kwara, calling for action from policymakers, educators, community leaders, and others, ensuring equitable and inclusive education opportunities for all. The group said it has carried out research work of investigating the low level of education in Kwara North and the attendant effects it could have on the entire state in the nearest future. Kwara North comprises five local government areas, including Moro, Bautin, Kayama, Edu, Batiji, all that are grossly marginalized according to reports presented at a seminar which took place in Ilorin recently. The convener of the program, Abdulkarim Abdulatif, emphasized the role of education in societal development, hence the reason for committed call on Kwara State Governor Madam Abdurrahman Abrazak to wade in for the people of the area before it is too late to act.
Today, we are gathered here for a great cause, and I'm honored to present to you on behalf of Seven African Youth Initiative the Rural Education Needs Assessment Project. The timeliness of this project cannot be overemphasized, as it is one of the much needed efforts to reposition the state of education in Kwara North. This initiative is to investigate the state of education in Kwara North, aligned with our aspiration for a society built on education, democratic governance, gender inclusion, and social justice. The executive summary of these studies underscore the fundamental right to education and its transformative power, especially in rural communities. It highlights the challenges faced by this community in accessing quality education and emphasizes the role education plays in empowering individuals, fostering community development, promoting gender equality, and building a more equitable society. And the overall aim of this project is to seek government support in its implementation of education policy, reform, and increase investment in rural education. The study conducted in the northern region of Kwara State focused on schools across the five local government areas. Using random sampling method of 48 schools, including primary, secondary, and technical schools, were included, along with 157 teachers who provided invaluable insights. The utilization of both qualitative and quantitative method allow for a comprehensive understanding of these challenges and opportunity in this region. Also, a world community engagement was held in various communities across these five local government areas, involving various stakeholders and key informant interviews that were used to gather qualitative information on the state of education in the study area. One of our significant concerns brought to the light is the infrastructural limitation, including outdated facilities and inadequate access to technology, impacting the learning environment.
Addressing these points, other facilitators and stakeholders in the Kwara North added their voice, emphasizing that decadent state of education in the state, especially Kwara North, both in terms of infrastructure and human resources, are noticeable. Comrade Larry Osho and others unanimously expressed the need to develop and liberate the region from the growing level of illiteracy, adding there is need for all concerted efforts by Kwara State government to review its educational policy as affecting Kwara North of the state.
Strictly to conduct the most pressing need of every community, and we tour all the 103 wards in Kwara State. We engage the stakeholders about the challenges and difficulties confronting them. So we have documented the need. So it is the same as what the Safe Africa Youth Initiative have done. This data, when released during his submission, when he was making his press briefing, he said it will be good for the stakeholders, particularly the senators and the representative that represent the entire Kwara North. Because you cannot represent people without understanding their problem.
this research work is focusing on Kwara North because, as Lion Osho said earlier, that Kwara North is seriously marginalized. So imagine, I was speaking to one of my friends the other day about the educational environment of the Kwara North, and he was telling me that imagine the whole Kwara North, like 5 local governments, we only have 1 higher institution. They will say 2 because my Kwasu is, they claim that Malete belongs to like Moro, but let's look at it. We have to go to Ilorin before we get access to Malete. It is just basically in Ilorin. So we only have the College of Education Technica in Lafiagi, which is so bad. I was looking at data presented, like the data of this research work, and I could see the margin between the primary schools and secondary schools. Like it is too much, like 69% is primary school and let's say just 11% secondary school. So
Going into specifics, a facilitator highlighted the noticeable space of decay in infrastructure in schools, which points to government neglect or outright decision to do the needful where necessary.
Education Reform Initiative. We are an apolitical group in Kwara North, and over the past 5 years or more, we have dedicated our energy, resources, and what have you in addressing some basic educational challenges in the region. I must commend Saving African Youth Initiative for conducting this research. Of course, similar researches, very few, were conducted in the past, and this is the first time we're having a public policy presentation on the findings and recommendations made so far on the state of education in Kwara North. As one who grew up in the region and as one who have traveled across the country and beyond, we know where we are and we know where we should be. First, I will just highlight some of the basic observations or findings of the report. And one of them is actually infrastructure development. The infrastructural state of our education is dead. There is no gainsaying that education in Kwara North has collapsed totally. As he has rightly said, the best secondary school in Kwara North today does not have a science laboratory, functional one, does not have an ICT center, does not have a library, and even sport facilities are lacking. We mean this is the best secondary school. The best primary school in Kwara North today, no parent will willingly take his or her child to that school, the best primary school in Kwara North today. Perhaps this will give you an idea of how bad things are. She also made mention of transportation or distance of schools. Let me say distance perhaps is not really the issue. The issue is that we do not have any school that is worthy of calling a school. Several interventions of successive administrations have really not addressed any of the core issues facing Kwara North education. I'll take one. There was a time everyone was complaining we do not have adequate teachers in Kwara North. And we even claimed that it was affecting the standard of students we were churning out of our schools. Then this present administration made a very transparent recruitment. I would say it is the best recruitment in the history of the state. That teachers recruitment in 2021, I guess. And of course, one of the best recruitment exercises in Nigeria. However, we need to ask the fundamental question. Did that recruitment address the core issues of quality education? I will tell you no. First, the region fell short of standard of quality teachers, and the government had to compromise the standard or the requirement for teachers. For example, all teachers must score 60% of assessment or what have you, but for Kwara North region, it had to be dropped to 40%. So it means that we recruited some teachers who were not qualified, most of them. The second thing is rural education is very important, where we have most of our population dwelling. You taking teachers to rural communities without potable water, without power supply, without network, without road accessibility. You want a fresh graduate to go and stay in such villages? Somebody has to be kidding us, right? So the recruitment exercise did not address the fundamental issue, and that's where we need to look at the recommendations. We need to look to have a holistic approach into the educational issue.
The highlights of the event was the presentation of a document titled Equity in Education to all stakeholders for a follow-up on the subject matter to better focus on Kwara North.
So here is a methodology template that meets the educational aspiration of the students, of the learners in Kwara North region. All right.